So let's take you back. So a lot of people, new listeners, don't know your story, but you had the dreaded, and um, I like I get like throw up in my mouth when I say the word job. You had a job. uh, so tell them how you came up through the ranks.
It was kind of a job and kind of not at the same time. I was a counseling psychologist in private practice, and so I was working for myself, but the only way I could make money was sitting in that chair nodding my head
Mm.
every day, right?
Yeah.
And so I started playing on the internet, trying to figure it out. And then I went to I was telling somebody this the other day. I went to a National Speakers Association meeting down in Orlando, and there was this crazy dude giving people gifts, but shooting them all out of a leaf blower, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
And but he and this guy, Tom, of course, was he had down what I wanted to do. So I thought, all right, I'm gonna learn from this guy. Eventually joined his mentor program and things have taken off from there. And so it was funny, Tom, like 5, 8, 8 years after I left Tallahassee, Caleb and I were down there for a reunion in 2015. And I'm always looking for a way to describe, how I went from therapist to what I do now. And a lot of people down there knew me as a therapist. Excuse me. And they were asking me about it. And then one day I was walking back with Caleb in the group from a ball game, and it hit me that I traded my slogan is I traded my couch for a mouse.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because how many? I mean, literally. I mean, I know you don't know exactly, but roughly, how many patients had you seen at that point?
You're talking about clients back in the day
Yeah,
or
yeah.
students now?
No, clients back in the day.
Oh gosh, I'd easily say 5 figures
Okay,
altogether.
and then
Part of that was because I ran an adolescent drug treatment program before that with a lot of people, and then I did a lot of groups in my practice. So yeah,
oh my
I've
God.
I've seen a lot of people.
All
But
right.
I mean, at the drug treatment center, I was sometimes the only adult there with 45 kids in a group, right? And so to be in a private practice and walk into a group with 8 kids, my colleagues are shaking their heads, but I'm thinking, "This is cake, man."
Well, no, you did one on one though too, right?
Did one-on-one, did couples, and did adolescents and their
All
families, and
right.
then
So,
groups.
did you ever on a one on one fall asleep?
Tom, it was so close, and it would be on days when I went to either Sonny's or this Chinese buffet
Oh.
and ate too much and came back from my afternoon clients, and it was getting ready to rain and dark, it was close a few times. But I never had to use it, but I had a strategy for that if I ever fell asleep.
Yeah.
When I came back to, I was gonna tell them, "I'm trying out this new technique. I'm having these little mini dreams about how to solve your problems."
That's a good idea to have in your back pocket. Unless your head hit the floor when or
Yeah,
your
you
or
started
your desk
started
when
drooling and twitching or something. The other thing from those days that really works here online is I've been doing groups since I was 13 years old, in various situations and did them in
group
practice.
sex, or what do you mean?
Well, back then it was group therapy, but when
Oh,
I when
okay.
I was when I was 13, I did everything you could do wrong in 1971 except get somebody pregnant. And one Monday morning, I went to it was 8th grade, and my buddy Chuck, who I'd gotten high with the night before, comes up to me and says, "Right now, my mom's over your mom's house telling your mom everything."
Oh,
I'm
geez.
like, "Oh, this is going to be fun when I go home." Um, so I was grounded for life and had to join the Boy Scouts, but became the youngest patrol group leader in Orlando up to that time. And ever since then, I've been doing groups in some form. And that way of being able to work with a group of people translates really well. Like not too long after I do this, I'm doing my Content Profit Nation group. And, a lot of people, as they come on board doing what we do, they get nervous with groups. And to me, it's like I said, I've been doing this for 51 years now.
Wow. So, when did all this prolific writing occur? Didn't you have like 1,200 articles out or something?